It's time for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Thursday, October 27th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I am late at 11 o'clock news headlines. Top straight of the 11th hour on this late Thursday night is a plane carried Republican Vice Presidential nominee Mike Pence skidded off a runway Thursday night as it landed at LaGuardia Airport in New York. Donald Trump suggested Thursday night that a video of him speaking in vulgar terms about kissing, groping, and trying to have sex with women may have been released illegally, and he didn't realize suing NBC for its release. Bundy brothers acquitted in takeover of Oregon wildlife refugee. Washington and Alaska lawyers accused Justice Clarence Thomas of groping her at an event for young scholars in Indiana. Similar accusations against men in powerful political and business positions has sparked the national debate of treatment of women. Amazon posted its lowest quarterly profit in years and invested heavily to meet its consumer demand for more orders delivered faster. A senior U.S. military official warned that ISIS fighters and Mosul are likely to resort to even more extreme and harsh actions as they face more and more military pressure in the city. Now, it's the era of knee-jerk populism has brushed Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte to the U.S. as Donald Trump, and even once quite Europe had Brexit. Moscow, President found repeats said of Kremlin had no purpose in the U.S. presidential elections but Republican candidate Donald Trump does affect the needs of an average people who don't like the power is being transferred by inheritance. Wellington, New Zealand, the countries that decided to fade of Antarctica reached a historical agreement on Friday to create the world's largest marine protected area in the ocean next to the frozen continent. Police in Racketeer faced all the protesters on horseback as a months-long protest with the Dakota Access Pipeline came to a head on Thursday. Joe Biden is at the top of the internal shortlist. Hillary Clinton's transition team is preparing to pick her to be Secretary of State or Swiss Mill of the Biden tells Politico. The former Rutgers University student died. The former Rutgers University student whose roommate committed suicide 6 years ago after being recorded kissing another man pleaded guilty Thursday to a single count of an attempted invasion of privacy. Jerry Hand's ex-Penn State assistant over $7 million in a defamation case. Investors once feared that the rise of the mobile devices would cripple Google and said smartphones are given a search chance second life. Gene is scheduled to break a hearing some financial partnerships. Federal FRE said Thursday that the disbanded expensive call center scheme perpetrated by individuals in the U.S. and India who built thousands of Americans of hundreds of millions of dollars by posting an internal revenue service. But Amazon shares still falling in after hours trading by the third quarter. Amazon Web Services reported sales of $3.2 billion of nearly 55% from $2.08 billion in a year ago period. Jerusalem Innermost Chamber has had to be said to the tomb of Jesus that restoration team has peeled away from Marble Lake for the first time in centuries in an effort to reach what it believes the original rock surface where Jesus' body. A rusty brown rock found on the beach by a fossil hunter might contain a bit of preserved dinosaur brain. It will be the first time scientists have ever found fossilized brain tissue from a dinosaur. A new report from the World Wildlife Fund has what the global wildlife population in steep decline worldwide. The Living Planet published 11 times since 1998 by the Wildlife Conservation Group analyzed data and number of fish and birds. Scientists have long suspected that common swift marines airborne for extraordinary air amounts of time during the incidental migration. It's one of the biggest medical mysteries of our time. How did HIV come to the U.S. by genetically sequencing samples from people infected early on? Scientists say that they have figured out when and where the virus that took it to first arrive. The federal government has definitely buckled more health insurance companies from automatically moving customers who became eligible for Medicare into the Medicare Advantage Plus, while officials reviewed the controversial practice. New Orleans, dangerous bacteria including methicillin-resistant staphylococcus aureus can spread from sick patients in hospitals, scripts of healthcare workers, new study finds. Children with 3-grade DNA are healthy. Hillary Clinton's basket First Lady is showing popular in campaign trail. A remarkable slap-the-known presidential nominee, Republican running TV on Chicago, attacks with GOP's congressman independence by showing them saying that Donald Trump has disqualified himself. Tampa, Florida. A social media post about a ballot completion in Texas that Donald Trump certain claims are to corruption, but local officials say there's not foundation of a concern. Looking at some local news in Rehoboth, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren has endorsed Paul Johnson of Rehoboth as run for state representative of the Fort Bristol District. Norfolk John Jack McFeely served the town in a way of years, but there will be a permanent memorial in his memory. Rehoboth, a 30-year-old man who held police at a center for 5 hours after threatening to blow up the Cumberland Farms at Routes 44 and 118 last month, has deemed competent to stand trial. Plymouth, Massachusetts, an off-duty sheriff's deputy and others who have helped end the stabbing rampage at the mall said they've grown close to the sense of deadly May attack. Mansfield and 3 other communities are moving steadily toward a consulate of the police and fire dispatch functions of the regional unit town. Manager Bill Rosson, police chief Ron Salem said, Mansfield, those blue women that suddenly showed up lining the stuff coming are considered as holiday decorations. Boston. Winter has widely parts of southern New England. The National Weather Service says parts of Massachusetts, Berkshire County, and Connecticut's Litchfield County have been seeing snowfall since late Thursday morning. The slushy precipitation in the western end of the state is expected to last by early evening transition to slated rain in parts. Boston Governor Charlie Baker is holding up on budget cuts that lay off state employees at least for now. Peter Chill News Time is now 11:05 p.m. on this late Thursday night, and it is time now for New England Intelligence Report. In Palmer, Massachusetts, there was a major water main break at police that shut down parts of the Dock TV department due to major meter water main break. Word with the break will be closing until the break is cleaned up. Peter Chill News Time, 11:05 on this late Thursday night, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Beep beep! Let's let me MBT where on the subway system it's looking good on the commuter rail. Looking good on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, looking at highways and byways of New England. Met Parkway and westbound side of also headed towards Hampton Stretch. Down in New York City, Line Expressway, westbound side is back up to Queens down in Forest Hills. Line Expressway in both ends is backed up around the Midtown Tunnel. Interstate, Line Expressway, westbound side it is Lincoln Tunnel, westbound side it is slow. Met Parkway no, the north. FDR driving the northbound side back up from Midtown Tunnel all the way at the Upper East Side. Brooklyn Bridge in the eastbound side is backed up. 230 the eastbound side backed up to District to Line Expressway. West Side Highway is backed up around from Holland Tunnel all the way out to Lower Manhattan. Holland Tunnel westbound side is backed up. 95 on the northbound side of Wilson George Washington Bridge. 95 on the northbound side backed up in the Bronx. Interstate 87 on the northbound side is backed up from 95 all the way up in the Bronx towards Yonkers. Highways and byways of Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts and central western Massachusetts are looking good, but at 91 on both ends it is. Slow from 10 of Rockingham all the way at the Brattleboro, Vermont. Route 7 on the southbound side of backed up in Bennington. Interstate 89, it's slow from Sharon, Vermont all the way out to Hanover. Interstate 89, both ends is backed up Sharon, Vermont all the way to Montpelier, Vermont. Interstate 87 is backed up from Lake George, New York all the way up in the Hammond Pond in New York State. And New York State 3 on the eastbound side of Lewis around 890 in Schenectady. And Main Turnpike on the southbound side did it slow just before 202 up in Main Turnpike because of the snow up in Vermont and New York State. Takana Street Parkway and northbound side a little slow on Interstate 84 New York State. Peter Chill News Time is now 11:07 p.m. on this late Thursday night, and it is time now for a weather report here. Looking at the latest radar, and it shows line of rain showers stretching from the Boston and points west and north, and stretching to 7 New Hampshire and up into Maine. Line of rain showers coming much over down, and lines of rain showers and little bands of heavy rain showers by Connecticut from Enfield down to New Haven and down to New London and up to Putnam, and stretching it down the central eastern portion of Long Island. The line of rain showers from Queensbury, New York, all the way out to western New York City and up in the northeastern New Jersey, and the line of heavy rain showers stretching from south of Montgomery, New Jersey. Little shows a little line of rain, sleet and snow showers stretching from south of Vermont, stretching it up in the southeastern Quebec and the northern New Hampshire and northwestern Maine. Little snow showers around the northeastern Ontario, around Ottawa and up to Quebec, whilst raining around the Montreal area and stretching to upstate and central parts of New York around Utica, and a line of rain showers northeast of Utica and rain showers in the north central portions of Pennsylvania. And a little line of heavy rain showers around the Jersey Shore. Okay. Take a look at wind advisory. Wind rain effect from 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Friday, which is located east central Massachusetts, southeastern Massachusetts, Cape Cod, Islands, and winds southeast 15-25 miles per hour, wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, and Chinese winds will increase late tonight and continue about late Friday morning. And in fact, strong winds tonight and Friday morning may bring down branches along with outside power outages. Wind advisory means that sustained winds at 31-39 miles an hour, expected with gusts between 46 and 57 miles an hour. Winds that are strong and capable of deadline, and some small tree limbs and branches possibly cause an isolated power outage, and driving can be difficult, especially high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Alright, for tonight, rain touch about 143 degrees. Seas with about 7 to 10 miles of gusts tonight, 25 miles an hour, with chest variations 1% new percent 3.5 to 3/4 inch possible. Friday, rain length may have for 7 a.m. Quiet 5 mid-morning, and clear and high under 51 degrees. Stuff was about 9 miles, 13 miles an hour, gusts tonight, 31 miles an hour, chest variations 6%. New events less than 10 minutes possible. Friday night, clouds got a coming. Podcast about 37 degrees. Northwest about 6 to 9 miles gust tonight, 26 miles an hour. Saturday, Podcast about 57 degrees. Southwest about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Sunday night, slight chance of rain after midnight. Most clouds about 48 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. With a chance rate is 20%. Sunday, chance rain mostly clouds got about 59 degrees. Chance rate is 50%. Sunday night, a chance rain before 9 p.m. Most clouds got about 39 degrees and chance rate is 30%. Monday, mostly sunny, the podcast got about 53, about 35 degrees. Tuesday, mostly sunny, most clouds got about 58, about 45 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny, the podcast got about 65, about 44 degrees. And for Thursday, podcast got about 58 degrees. Currently, not near, it is a rainy night, and we have a temperature of 44 degrees. Humidity at 99%, and that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, 27th of October 2016. I'm Peter. Good night. With a good vibration on all. See you tomorrow morning and more important. Good night.